So hi friends, we're out here doing a prescribed burn today on some prairie I have. I got about 5 acres of prairie restoration. And as you can see, kind of a one-man show here today. The wind's a little bit more than I'd like it to be. We're about 13 miles an hour, it's northwest, but we're burning into the wind. What we're trying to accomplish here is to burn out all the overburden and make it better for the springtime grasses to come. This is a natural prairie. In June or July or August, it'll be about 8 or 10 foot tall. It'll have big blue stem, buffalo grass in it, as well as native plants and flowers for the pollinators. I've got some of my tools with me. I got a drip torch and a backpack blower to keep it under control. We're going to try to get all this burned, but as you can see, I've got some before and after here, what it looks like before. I went through and mowed it last fall to knock it down so it was easier to control. And I'm doing a burn on it today. It finally dried up enough. But once it burns off, it'll come up greener and thicker and fuller than what it was the year before. So you can follow along if you like. We're going to take the drip torch and we're going to light some more as we go along. Peace out, thanks. Okay friends, we're out here with this prescribed burn on my prairie. I wouldn't recommend doing this by yourself, especially if you don't have any experience with wildland firefighting. 13 mile an hour wind out of the northwest today. Not ideal conditions, but my time is pretty limited, so I had to get it done. Things are starting to bloom up already. But as you can see over here, we're lighting backfires, we're lighting into the wind, and we're burning towards our fire lane. We've got a fire lane here. We've got the proper tools. Usually it takes 3 or 4 people to get this done. Judy's out here helping me today. She lets backfires for me. But certainly it's a good way to control your property. Also, if any fire departments out there are wanting to do some practice, I got about 25 acres of timber I need to burn. We can make some fire lanes and light some backfires and get my timber burned out. But I'm always looking for help. So if anybody wants to come out and help do a controlled burn or prescribed burn, hit me up. Thanks. Friends, we just finished burning half of the prairie that we had. Like I said, we got about 5 acres. We got about 2 acres, 2.5 acres done. Sitting here with some of my tools. I got my drip torch. I got my backpack blower. Most importantly, though, right behind me, I got a bee box. By burning that prairie off, that kind of gives a jump start. And my pollinator friends, they're actually out moving around today looking for food. But by burning off that overburden, it's going to allow the native flowers to come up maybe a little sooner and provide an early food source for my pollinator friends here in the bee box. Big shout out to Olin and Colleen Lacey at Lacey Farms for sending this bee box out to us. We've had great luck with it. We're hoping to get a couple more hives out here. But that's the purpose of this. If you follow me over across the fire break there, our driveway, I'll show you what a natural stand of prairie grass looks like. And we'll be trying to get to that a little bit later this afternoon. Come on, take a walk with me. So this is a natural stand of prairie grass. I leave a little bit every year, just kind of a natural cover. So we'll get to burning this. It all has to be burned off. This side, the south side here, our fire break, it takes a little bit longer to dry out. Typically, we wouldn't mow our prairie grass, but as you can see around, I've got a big stand of timber on both sides. So if I mow it, it's easier for me to control when I burn it. But this stand will burn just as it is. But if you look back down the way, you'll see where it's mowed off. And hopefully, like I said, we'll get to that later this afternoon. If not, maybe tomorrow. But come on, I want to show you what the finished product looks like and how even and nicely controlled this is. Come on, let's take a look. Okay, so this is what it looks like after a good burn. Nice, even. It knocks down the overburden. Some of it was kind of wet. It didn't burn quite the way I wanted it to, but it's important. It's important to have a prescribed burn or controlled burn on your property. Like I said, I've got a few acres of timber here I'd like to have done. I don't recommend doing it on a day like today. About a 13-mile-an-hour northwest wind, but we were able to burn into the wind. It burned slow, and it worked out great. So later on this spring, as the grass starts to grow, we'll try to get some more videos up and show you what it really looks like and how full and crisp it looks, and especially with the pollinators, the wildflowers coming up. It'll be great. If you need any tips, hit me up. Like I said, any fire departments that want to come out and practice wildland, I'd be more than happy to help. We'll cut some fire breaks, and we'll burn into the wind and to give you guys some practice. But I got about 25 acres of timber I'd like to get done this year. Hit me up, let me know. Have a good day. Thanks, peace out.